It was supposed to be a joke. That's the part that echoes in my mind. A frantic, screaming mantra. It was just a joke. My older brother Leo and his friends were home from college for fall break, and they thought it would be hilarious to scare the crap out of me, their kid sister. The tool of choice was an old Ouija board they found in our basement, tucked away in a box of our grandmother's things. It wasn't even a real Parker Brothers one. It was a cheap cardboard thing. The letters faded, the planchette chipped. "Come on, Chloe, don't be a baby," Leo teased, his face lit by the flickering flashlight he'd propped under his chin. "We'll just ask if any cute ghosts are in the room." His friends, Mike and Jared, snorted with laughter. I was 12, teetering on the edge of wanting to be included and being utterly terrified. I finally agreed, just to prove I wasn't a baby. We sat in a circle on the floor of our dusty, wood-paneled basement, the single overhead bulb casting long, dancing shadows. We placed our fingers lightly on the plastic, heart-shaped planchette. "Is anyone there?" Leo asked in a mock-serious voice. Nothing happened for a moment. Then, a faint tremble. The planchette began to move, slowly, jerkily, towards yes. "Dude, you're pushing it," Mike accused Jared. "I'm not, you are." I knew it was them. It had to be. But a cold knot was tightening in my stomach. The air in the basement felt suddenly heavier, colder. "What is your name?" Leo asked, playing along. The planchette moved again, spelling out a name with deliberate, chilling slowness. Abigail. "Abigail," Leo read, and he waggled his eyebrows at me. "Ooh, a friendly ghost." The prank escalated. They started asking stupid questions. "Abigail, does Mike have a girlfriend?" The planchette slid to no, and they all laughed. "Abigail, will Jared pass his chemistry final?" It went to no again, and Jared fake pouted. I wanted to pull my hands away, but a strange paralysis had taken hold. The planchette felt icy under my fingertips. The small circle of light from the flashlight seemed to be the only thing holding back a pressing, tangible darkness. Then Leo, grinning, asked the question that changed everything. "Abigail, are you in the room with us right now?" The planchette didn't hesitate. It shot to yes. "Prove it," Leo said, his voice dripping with teenage bravado. "Knock once." Silence. We all held our breath. And then, from the far corner of the basement, behind the stack of old Christmas decorations, came a single, solid knock. The laughter died in their throats. Mike yanked his hands back. "Not funny, man." "I didn't do that," Jared whispered, his face pale. The planchette began to move again, all on its own. Our remaining fingers were just passengers. It spelled out one word, over and over. H-E-R-E. 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 Leo's smirk had vanished, replaced by a wide-eyed fear I'd never seen on him before. "Okay, game over," he said, his voice shaky. He tried to lift the planchette, but it seemed stuck to the board. He had to pry it off. "We're done." We scrambled upstairs, our hearts hammering, and didn't speak of it again. The boys left the next morning, the atmosphere awkward and strained. I thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. It started with the knocking. Not just in the basement anymore. Soft, polite raps on my bedroom door in the middle of the night. When I'd open it, the hallway was always empty. Then, the whispers. A faint, feminine voice, just on the edge of hearing, saying my name. "Chloe." My parents said it was the house settling, or my imagination. But the cold spots were real. You'd walk from the warm kitchen into the living room and hit a wall of frigid air that made the hairs on your arms stand up. Doors we knew we'd closed would be found slightly ajar. Small things began to disappear. A hairbrush, a favorite pen, only to reappear days later in plain sight on the kitchen table. The final straw was the shadow. I saw it first from the corner of my eye, a tall, slender silhouette of a woman standing at the end of the hall. It would be there for a split second, and then it wasn't. My mum saw it too, one afternoon while doing laundry. She refused to go into the basement alone after that. We were being haunted. The prank hadn't just contacted something, it had invited it in. It had opened a door, and we had no idea how to close it. In a fit of desperation, I went back down to the basement. I found the Ouija board where they'd left it, shoved under an old armchair. I was going to burn it, but as I picked it up, a wave of nausea hit me. The air grew so cold I could see my breath, and from right behind me, a voice, clear as day, whispered directly into my ear. It wasn't friendly. It wasn't lost. It was possessive. "You called. I came. The door is open." I ran, leaving the board behind. We ended up having a priest come to bless the house. It helped for a while. The knocking stopped. The shadow vanished. But the door is still open. Sometimes when the house is quiet, I'll hear a faint, rhythmic creaking from upstairs, like someone is slowly rocking in the old chair in the attic, a chair we don't own. We didn't just let Abigail in. We gave her a key. And a prank taught me the most terrifying lesson of all. Some doors, once opened, can never be fully closed again.